Hey everybody, I'm Liz from Something Blue Photography. Welcome to Art in Arlington, and I'm going to teach you today how to make sun prints. This is your pack of sun print paper, which is super fun. This is a traditional photographic process. This is actually like the first photographic process. It was kind of honed and turned into art by a woman named Anna Adkins back in the 19th century. So in the 1800s, she kind of took this kind of paper and laid objects on it and used that process to document things like sea life and flowers, things from nature. So this is a really cool thing that you guys get to experiment with and play with. So you should all have a pack of sun print paper. You should also have a little vial of hydrogen peroxide. So you'll need both of those things. And you'll want to look for objects that have interesting shapes. So I said that Anna Adkins used kind of natural forms. These are like plastic, plant life. I have a comb that has some interesting shape to it. This funny little 3D printed fish, which is mostly flat, and then some magnetic letters as well. So having your child look for flat objects first, interesting objects, that's step one on here. Step two, then, we're going to do outside, but I want to show you in here kind of how to open up your pack of paper. Then you'll take out your envelope, which looks like this. This is a black envelope because the paper inside is sensitive to light. So if you take all the paper out, it will get exposed. It won't work for you anymore. So make sure you just take out one piece of paper at a time. And when you're not using this, that you seal it up with this sticker. The sticker on here says, "Let's get social." We would love to see what you make. So if you think to share on social media and you would tag us, we would love that. This is such a fun process and your kids are gonna love it. So you're going to, outside, open up this envelope and take out one piece of paper at a time. All right, I think we're ready to go outside. Make sure you have all your objects and your hydrogen peroxide. You'll also want a dish for water and some paper towels, which I have outside, and I'll show you when we get there. All right, hey everybody, we're outside and I have everything I need here to make my cyanotypes. I have my pack of paper, plexiglass has been peeled, the film's been peeled off of that. I have my flat objects here. I have a dish with water in it, and I'm going to take that peroxide vial that you have in your kit. I'm going to just squirt a few drops of peroxide in there, and you'll see why that's good in a minute. And I have some paper towels. So it's a bit windy today. This is ideally best to do on a calm day, but we're gonna do our best. So I'm going to take out of my envelope one sheet of paper. And when I take it out, I wanna make sure I leave the other pieces inside, and I close up that bag right away so that that bag of paper doesn't get exposed. And I'll lay my paper down this way, blue side up. Then I'm going to take my objects and quickly kind of arrange them on here. And it's probably hard to tell, but as soon as, on a bright sunny day, as soon as the sun starts touching these things, it'll start to expose, and the paper is going to turn from kind of a medium blue to a real pale blue. So if you, as you watch it, you'll see it get lighter and lighter. And you can see, I'm doing this today at about 5 o'clock in the evening. You can see the shadows are kind of long. If you do this in the middle of the day, that's better too, because then the shadows will be less long on your cyanotype, but this will work too. So if you can see, it's kind of turning lighter and lighter. I'm gonna let it go for another minute. The exposure time can range anywhere between probably 1 to maybe even 4 minutes if you try and do this on a cloudy day. But what you're looking for is for these areas of the paper where it's not covered to turn kind of a real pale blue. So it'll start like a medium blue. You want it to turn to a pale blue. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes, and our paper, where it's not covered up with objects, looks like a nice pale blue, which is what you want. So if you have that, then you can quick sweep all your objects off. You'll see kind of a light blue and a dark blue. And then what I'm gonna do once I take those objects off is I'm gonna dunk this in water, which is safe to touch, and I'm gonna rinse this out. And the areas that were covered up should stay white, and everything else should turn a nice dark blue. So you can see as I rinse that out, this is still kind of white, or kind of a blue here. You want this to be white. I might have actually overexposed this just a little bit. So I'm gonna kind of keep rinsing that. Again, this is just water and peroxide, so it's totally safe to touch. The paper is coated with a salt solution, so that's also safe to touch. All these chemicals are totally harmless. You would want your kids to probably, after they touch this, to wash their hands, but that little bit of peroxide won't bother them. So there you have your cyanotype. All right, we're back inside. I put my cyanotype in between a few sheets of paper towel under a book or two so it would dry flat. And once it's dry, you have something that looks like this. Super fun. I hope you all have a lot of fun doing this with your kids, and let us know if you have any questions. Bye.